him 1 whole year up front before he works with them. So he works with CEOs, executives, basically people who really needs a lot of clarity. And when he first started as a life coach, when he wanted to become a life coach, he talked to his then mentor, which hasn't yet become his mentor, and he said to the mentor, he said that allow me to go to your course for this duration, and once I graduate from your course, I would then have the necessary skill sets and abilities to make the money, and I will pay you double. And his mentor, his name is Michael Neal, said to him, "Don't come to me because you need me. Come to me when you don't need me." And I thought that was really powerful. Up to today, I've spent more than 100,000 on personal development. I've joined so many courses, and I have personally worked with more than a dozen different mentors by now. And at some point, the first time I invest in a mentor, the second time, the third time I invest in courses, I was still investing from a perspective of adrenaline rush. Yeah, the offer is about to end. The offer is about to expire. Let me pay now. But at some point in my journey, I stopped asking the question of, will this course work for me? I stopped asking that question. The reason why I stopped asking this question is very simple. No matter who I ask this question to, the answer is most likely gonna be yes. Because the subject matter expert which I am talking to, knows only one tool. So no matter what the challenge is, if you only have one tool, you're gonna see everything as relevant to that thing, right? And what I've come to notice is that a lot of people, before they take up any form of investment, they always ask, will I see results? But that is completely an illogical thing, because who is responsible for those results? Is it me or is it the client? If I am a student and I am paying for a teacher or a trainer or a coach, the only person responsible for the results is myself. So up to a certain point, I knew that very, very clearly now. So the question that I ask instead is, I would ask the coach to assess me. I would ask, am I a right fit to work with you? What do you think? And depending on the answer, I would sign up or I wouldn't. But I never pass the buck. I never pass the responsibility for results to somebody else. And I want to share how prevalent this attitude is. Because you see, I crew for events, and time and time again, some people would come to buy the programs, whatever that is on offer, and they would ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. I never seen somebody who asked that much actually purchase. When I say ask, we need to understand something over here. There is the kind of asking which is wanting clarity, and then there's also the kind of asking which is wanting to assuage the doubts, wanting certainty. When it comes to the kind of ask which is about clarity, does this provide that? Does this provide this? Does this cause you to do this? Will you cover this? Good questions. But when the question is more along the lines of, what is your background? What is this? What is that? This is a credibility conversation. It is not a purchase question. And where it comes from, the doubts, it is not a matter of the doubts with regards to the offer, but it is more on the doubts of regards to that person. So if I'm a student and I have doubts about myself, then I would go and ask how about questions that surrounding the qualifications of this coach. Because if I'm very, very sure of myself, I wouldn't pass the buck. I would make an assessment during whatever past conversations that we had, or whatever preview or whatever webinar, and I will make an immediate decision. Okay, do I think this person is suitable for me or not? So it's actually a very simple matter. Is this person suitable for me? If I am looking to work with a mentor, is this mentor suitable for me? If I have determined that the mentor is not suitable to work with me, I wouldn't pursue the conversation. So, and then there's also another attitude. It's like, and this is, I think, the most biggest one. I need to know this skill set. That is the biggest issue right now. I need to learn this from you so that I can use this to go and make money. That is a big problem. That is a very big problem. Because by saying I need to have what you have so that I can do, it basically means I am unwilling to do unless I know what you know. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because how can, like as an example, I'm in fitness for 14 years. How is it possible for me to download everything that I know to somebody? It is impossible, right? I can download like just a fraction. And there's all these different kinds of unpredictable stuff that may show up during the course of a coaching. So to expect that all of the problems will be resolved is unrealistic. But what is realistic is to gauge, is to see how will this person show up? How will this coach show up? How will this trainer show up? What is the frequency of our communication? Are we going to communicate once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week? What are the areas of expertise that is being covered within this coaching? What is being covered within this area of coaching? So those are valid reasons. But to say that I as a student need to learn this before I can go and apply, that is something that will not work. Typically, when I see somebody who asks these kind of questions, right, I would say that this person is not ready for coaching. Because it's not because they are not willing to be coached. They are willing to be coached, but they won't take action. There's always want to learn this. After A, you will learn A, then you want to learn B. After you learn B, you want to learn C. After you want to learn C, you want to learn D, and learn and learn and learn. And no point is there going to be an action. Without action, there will be no results. So that is the problem here. When we ask a question, we want to know whether or not we cannot be attached to having the kind of, oh, I want to hear this so that I can feel good. It must be something that we are doing it out of courage. So just to give an example, yesterday I was having a conversation with a potential employee or contractor, and we were negotiating something, and the decision came so fast for me. It's like, okay, we're gonna start off with 500 first. Yeah, sure, let's do it. It didn't take a lot of time. It didn't take a lot of time for me to decide anything now, because I am fully aware if I make the wrong choice, then it's I made the wrong choice, nobody else's fault. And I was analyzing for myself, like out of all the different people that I meet, how often will I meet a bad egg? Not very often, actually. Not very often. If I meet 10 people and 9 people deliver, 1 person fail to deliver, it's a acceptable loss. So basically what I'm trying to say is that everybody that we meet will have some form of value that we can get. But it is 100% up to us to extract what kind of value. One more example. Last year, I signed up for a mentoring program that cost I can't remember, 10,000, 15,000 ringgit, and I was very disappointed with the program. Very disappointed. Very disappointed, not because this person doesn't know what he's talking about. Disappointed because this person is insecure. Because every time I go to him with my issue, right, that I want coaching on, he would spend a lot of the time talking about how it's my fault before we even got to the solution. So this repetitively, a lot of miscommunication, misunderstandings. At some point, I just said, okay, you know what? It's not that I haven't regained the cost of my mentoring, but here are some areas which I would like to improve on. So I talked to this person. I talked to the team, and we finally, even though it wasn't ideal, but we came up with a solution that everybody was happy with. These things happen, no matter how expensive we paid. So trying to decide on a program with all kinds of doubts in your head and in the heart doesn't really work. What matters most is the commitment. Am I as a student, committed to the process? And is the mentor or the coach or the trainer committed to the process? It is simple as that. When the answer is yes and yes, then let's do it. If there is no question about a qualification, if there is no question about an offer, then it is a matter of commitment. It is not got nothing to do with chance. So will I change? Will I see results? Those are all fluff questions. Doesn't work, will never work. Don't ever ask it, guys. Whatever your buying decision is, don't ask that kind of question to whoever you're trying to buy from, because if you meet people who are dishonest, of course they're gonna say yes. If you meet people who are honest, they're gonna say it as it is, and it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be something that you want to hear, and then you end up saying no to earnest, honest people. So with that being said, that's my sharing today. I'm gonna go for my shower. I just finished my workout. I shall see you guys tomorrow morning, 6:45 a.m. as in our normal journal with me. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay true.